can see how the corner is coming down now, you see. That was that corner I put in, and I put a bend in here. Yeah. I haven't gone any further than that at the moment. It's taken quite a time, just taking my time on it. Now we look at the scenery at the back. See how I put the tree behind the wall but in front of the scenery, gives you 3D effect. Now if we come closer to it, we can see going like that. It's getting there. Remember in part 3 where I showed it at 3. Okay. And we got a girl on a swing. There you go. With a man watching her. We come along the track. The track's not laid yet. The tunnel's not made. Tunnel's not made yet. Another 3 here. See, that 3 is behind the wall, but in front of the scenery. Yeah. We'll put a ledge on that wall there. It's going to have greenery on it yet. We'll come back. We've actually put material on the wall now. Not finished up here. I've started to do this corner now. The birds are gone. I'm building a station up here eventually. My idea is to paint the floor first, put your paint down, then lay your track down. That way you don't have to lift it and paint under the track at a later date. And you want plenty of clutter on the table so you know where everything is. If I come over the opposite side, there's a little bit more on here. Right, now we're going to show you. The track's not laid, but I'll give you an idea. Go down the track like that and put on it. Now this is just ordinary tile adhesive, what I made that wall out of, tile adhesive, using the fork, and then was the scenery I put on with PVA glue. What you do, you let the PVA glue go off so it goes clear, and then you paint that stuff, you paint it and then drop that greenery on it. It looks quite effective. If I cut that out, you'll see what I mean. And you cannot see where the glue is because it goes clear and it's more or less transparent. Making brick walls, okay? I went out to country the other week and I seen. So what I've done, I've gone to the builders merchants and I've got a bag of this gravel. It's there, see, and you need to put it in a tin, an old biscuit tin or a sweet tin like that, and dry it out. Okay, you can sieve it out with a sieve, sieve the small stone out with a sieve into another tin. If you do end gauge, you end up with smaller gravel, you see. See the difference? Yeah. Okay, and then what I've done, I've made like a mould out of plastic. See, that's, don't be shaken. It's a quarter of an inch, half an inch down, half an inch deep. And what you do, you get a bit of this tubing, just cut a half an inch off it. Put it through. Okay. Start with the middle one. Put it on like that. See, it slots together once you get your screw nut and bolt on it. Okay. And you put one on each end. When you make these, you make them together so that they're absolutely spot on fit. You don't have to go mad tightening them up. Just make sure they're level at the bottom. So yeah, you've got 3 nuts and bolts in now. Like I said, you don't have to go mad tighten them up, but do tighten them a little bit. Don't worry about the PVA glue, it doesn't stick to the plastic, but you've got to put, that's too tight now, just take that out of it. There you go. You see, you've got to put the spacer in to keep the glue away from the threads of the bolt, right? Now, I've used, this is the best material for putting PVA glue on, an old shopping bag, you see. But it's important that you put the PVA glue good and heavy down, good and thick. I'll look at the lid off and go and see now, right? You just make sure that you cover a good area. Now you can do rubbing in with your finger, whatever. You know, it just rubs off. It's only PVA glue, it won't do any damage. That's what you're after. That's your base. And then later on, when it goes off, it goes clear. You can cut it with the scissors, right? Then you sit this down on it, right? The other thing is, if you get a pen, and if you mark how you want your wall to be, you see, you can mark however you want to make your wall. That'll just rub out that. This is just a marker pen. And what you do, you then get your gravel, put a bit of glue in a plastic, has to be plastic, tub, like that, okay? Then you get your gravel into the tub. Give me that screwdriver, please, sir. Okay, right, and you just stir it up, making sure you get all the gravel covered in glue. You don't water this one down to put it in. Don't water these stones down. Don't water the glue down for this one. Just put a bit more glue in. It will dissolve and go clear. Right? That's better. You can put a bit more stone in. I have made a couple of these moulds so I can do more than one wall. all covered in glue now, look. Like that one. Now, what we do now is we get a knife and we pull them out. Pull it out. Don't worry about spilling. It doesn't matter about spilling a few at the side, because usually they have a couple spilt in. Pack them in with a knife. Hold with 2 hands. Hold with 2 hands, you're shaking. Make sure you pack it in well, especially in the corners, right? Don't worry about moving them out. Now, depending on your railway, if you've got N gauge, you don't need such a big wall. If you've got double O gauge, then this is about right, about the right height. But you see where I put the mark? The marker, the marker. Okay. There you go. Now, if you look at that sideways, you have a few spills at the side. Not a lot. Not a lot. See? Just have a little few spills. You can always clean it off if there's not enough. Right? And that's what it's like out in the country. Now you see the wall. You see it doesn't look much there, right? Now, this one. That must go near someplace hot to dry. So what we do, I have a heater in here in the shed. So what I do, I put it next to over where the heat is to let it go on. Now what I do, I let that go off overnight, and this is what I done last night, see? Now the good thing about this, nothing wrong with that, that's pretty solid that. Now you take it off this plastic, see it? You just take it off the plastic, and you turn it upside down, give it a tap. What I've actually done, I've painted a bit of PVA glue on it to make a bit of greenery. Now if you look at the stones at the side, that's what you're getting. See what you're getting? 2 hands. Right? Now that is, where can I put the tomato? Here, look. Just put it here for now. And if you look at it, okay? And you can also hold it up to the light, and if you can see through it. See? And it can go around the houses, anywhere. You see it? It's pretty effective. I did start making them. I did start making them out of wood. So I start cutting out wood, right? But I made these, but it takes too long to do these by the time you fettle about with a knife. And the other way you can do it is you can lay the stones out, just pour them out level, right? And then level them up with a knife, yeah. Make 2 walls, and you see. Just slide them down like that. Then get your PVA glue and put a gentle pour on all the way along in the middle. Now these has already been steeped in PVA glue, so there's plenty of PVA glue on them, right? There you go. Now, you see I put a line of PVA glue over the top. Don't worry about that, that'll dissolve into the stones. That'll go clear. But you must put it near heat to make it dissolve. And that's another way of doing a wall. So when it goes off, you can just pick it up and put it wherever you want it. It's ideal for the front of scenery or whatever, but you have to put it near heat. I have done other walls out of wood. I've done them out of wood like that, but they don't look as good as these. I've made them out of flat polystyrene, but I think messing about with polystyrene is okay. I'm not knocking it, but it's a bit messy. Whereas what this, you just wash this under the sink, it's done. You've got a bag of stone there, you can build a wall all the way around your layout. Then if you're on N gauge, you've got smaller stone. If you're on double O gauge or O gauge, you've got bigger stone. But you must dry it before you use the PVA on it. What you do is you put near, like I did with this one you see is near a heater, yeah. That'll be alright there for a couple of hours and it'll dry. Right, now what we're going to do now is road markings. What I've done here, you see I've painted the base colour gloss black, left it for about 10 minutes to get tacky, and then put a stone grey emulsion over it, and you see what happens. It comes out all crackly. That is great for if you want to do walls or out like that. Whatever colour you put underneath is the colour that comes out through the cracks. You can see it. Now I'll show you now about making lines in the road. Right, I've got white paint. Now it don't matter how straight your hand is. It don't matter how straight your hand is, you can be dead straight, or you can put a line down, masking tape, whatever, you're bound to get funny wobbles. The way I've found to do it is you get a cork, and you cut the cork of a bottle, you cut it, and you end up with a shape like that. What you do then is you dip the cork in, roll it, cocktail stick through the middle, so you get all 4 prongs white. This is just showing you, it's not by no means finished, but you see, right, what you do now. Now if I go along here, so I found this in the skip the other day, it's a good find. It's an old battery charger, but I only want a meter off it. The battery charger doesn't work. So what I've actually done, I've got a meter out of a charger. Now when I put the power to the track, you can see the meter moving once I put the power to the track, you see? There you go. And it tells you how much power has gone through the track. You can use a light. Or you can use an expensive meter, but I thought that was an not very expensive way of doing it. And you can see how much voltage has gone through your track as well at the same time. The track's running great. Train's running. I mixed the track up as well. I put Hornby with double O, and I don't seem to have any problem with it. People said it wouldn't work, but it's working great. Not wrong with that. I have laid some, this is the track now, this is how my layout's coming on so far.